Ladies and gentlemen, when you market a TV show that's based in a radio station, you got to have some catchy jingles and hits. Now, two really stand out for me, of course, the Hello Larry show, the underrated show starring McLean Stevenson of MASH fame, and of course, WKRP in Cincinnati. Now, the distinctive theme song and end song has been in Canadians' minds for years because not only was it a big hit on television from its American distributor, it was also shown in syndication every afternoon for years until The Simpsons took over. Now, WKRP in Cincinnati was a TV show about a radio station. Unlike the glorified versions of radio stations commonly portrayed on movies and TV shows, this one was realistic with eccentric DJs, a clueless GM, and an unkempt engineer named Buggy. The show ran from 78 to 82, winning numerous Emmy nominations, and was revived in 91 in a version devoid of authenticity and spirit of the original, which particularly failed after just 2 seasons. Now, in the 1970s, shows very often had closing credits and musical themes for those as well. The one for WKRP was particularly aggressive, a rock tune at the end with loud, unintelligible lyrics. Now, Jim Ellis, who's the voice of those lyrics, told the Soundfacts website, "Talk about lucking out. My first TV show turns out to be a sitcom legend. Hugh Wilson, working for MTM, created WKRP in Cincinnati and hired Tom Wells to write and produce original music for the show. Tom, in turn, hires me to arrange and orchestrate the opening theme that he and Hugh had written and to write a rock and roll closing theme. I had originally written the closer to be an instrumental, but on the day of recording, I began joking around singing the melody that the saxophone would eventually play. Of course, there was no lyrics, but I was just sort of scatting gibberish. Well, you and Tom thought that was funny, and that had made a joke about the general unintelligibility of rock lyrics. So out with the sax and in with the Jim Ellis's only professional job as a lead singer. Not bad if you're only going to have one. There was no lyrics you really could understand. You thought maybe Spinal Tap was put it together. Now, Steve Carlisle sang the opening theme. Based in Akron, he worked with Hugh Wilson, who created WKRP. In 82, in response to the success of the show, he released an album called Steve Carlisle Sings WKRP in Cincinnati, which contains 10 songs, including the theme. A full-length version of this song, running 251, was released as a single in American 81, charting at number 65. That was the time the themes would chart. This version explores more of the DJ's journey as he leaves his girl behind to make it in Cincinnati. The price for finding me was losing you is the key line. Now, this version was produced by the team of Jerry Buckner and Gary Garcia, who had a big hit in 82 with Pac-Man Fever. Now, when Carlisle recorded a full-length version of the song, he and the producers also made a whole bunch of customized versions for different radio stations across the country, replacing the ending line, "I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati," with the call letters of the city of the stations. For instance, "I'm at WGAR in Cleveland." They put these custom versions on cassette tapes and send them to various radio stations, many of which played them on the air. It was time-consuming but effective marketing that gave the song a big push. There was no mention if he did some of the Canadian locations. Now, on the album, side one has "Walk Away, I'll Fall in Love Again," "What Comes Over You," "Learning to Live Without You," "Last Night." Second side, the WKRP in Cincinnati, the main theme, "You Told a Lie," "Real Love," and "You Made Your Bed." Now, this was said on Discogs.com as a rock pop stage and screen genre, and again came out in 82. Now, cassettes of these are available, but I don't think there's 8 tracks, and you can probably find an eBay in the $15 to $30 range if you're a completist of something like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, WKRP in Cincinnati, maybe the third most popular series sitcom from the 70s and 80s in syndication, besides Star Trek The Next Generation. You might say, well, crossover with MASH. When it's on, the ratings are sky high. Now, if you can get the episodes with the original music, that's been very controversial, the music rights. In Canada, we had them, but I don't think there's no problem now. It could be, past date. If you like what we're doing here at our WKRP podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, share, or super chat. Thanks for listening, and keep listening.